We need to move this table where it's more.
Are we ready?
Are we?
It is 12 seconds. Wait, if we're ready, go.
Hello, Las Vegas. This is Rolando Larraz with Face the Tribune. Remember, if you don't have anything to hide, if you're not a corrupted politician, you can very easily face the Tribune. Otherwise, the Tribune is going to face you, my dear, because we are going to go after every corrupted, every mentally ill politician that is not going to be doing this thing right for the country. So with me today, of course, my co-host, Chris Garcia, who is back from St. Louis, Missouri, and Chris, welcome back.
Oh, thank you. It's good to be here.
Yeah. Tell me about that debate. I know we talked about that yesterday on the radio, but I want to hear from you. I wanted to hear your...
I think Donald Trump just killed her in that debate. I don't even think it was close. And it's just amazing that after the debate, to hear the spin that the liberals put on the debate, that some kind of way it was a tie or that she won the debate. Anybody that watched that debate with a half a brain realized that he was calm, he was cool, he was collected, he kept it on the issues. She had no answers, in the line that she was no Abraham Lincoln. I think that was just a brilliant line. That he was funny, and even at the end, to me, it's always important to me, no matter how much that you're in contest with somebody else, or you're in a debate or anything like that, when that man stood up at the end and asked the question about saying, name one thing that you like about your opponent, and she couldn't even name one thing, that showed no class to me whatsoever. And the fact that he looked at her and said she's a fighter, even though I don't agree with what she's fighting for, I respect the fact that she fights to the bitter end. If you can't find one good thing to say about a person, I think that shows her character.
No, but I think she did. She mentioned the fact that he has built a beautiful family.
Yeah.
You know, she did that.
Yeah.
I don't know how much trouble she got to say that out of her mouth, because she doesn't know how to talk good about anybody.
Yeah.
You know?
I think he was very graceful in saying, well, I think if you said something good about my kids, that, you know, you were proud of my kids and the people that they are. He said, I take that as a compliment.
It is a compliment.
Yeah.
I think he built, I think we have not have a first family in this country for a long time, then it can compare to the first family if Donald Trump or when Donald Trump be elected to the White House. I believe he did a good job as a father. He did a good job as a provider.
Yes.
I don't care what his enemy said. I believe that family, it is well prepared. It is dignitary.
Yeah.
It is
absolutely.
He got class.
Yes, they do.
He got those kids. They look presidential.
Yes, they do.
They do. Okay, so I know. I think it might took her a long, long time, and maybe she vomit after. Maybe she vomit after that, but she did. I think. Hold on a second. Hold on a minute. We got some problem over here. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Another interrupted event in Face the Tribune. We're getting used to this interrupted things that we are having, you know. But I believe that the Republican Party is wrong.
Yes.
I believe I'm getting ready to publish an editorial tomorrow. Then it really point out how the Republican people, the Republican leaders are. They want you to do what they tell you, but they don't want you to do what they do.
Absolutely.
I think it is completely, they said we have to vote Republican. We have to keep the Republicans in the House. But then they turned their back on Donald Trump. And I hate to keep doing the same thing every day. I know maybe somebody think the program is getting boring, but people, I've been telling you for months, we need to open the people's eyes and clean the people's ears. We are in a very dangerous position, Chris.
Yes.
We are in a very, very difficult situation. If we don't save this nation, who is going to save it?
Absolutely.
Who is going to come in our defense? Now they said that Donald Trump is whining because he's talking about economy, jobs, all that stuff that is not existing in our nation right now.
Absolutely.
And I think it's wrong for what they're doing. And I don't blame the Democrats.
No.
They're doing what they got
Doing
to
their
do.
job. That's right.
I believe that tape was released on Friday just to avoid having her emails
Yes.
on Wall Street
Absolutely.
taking first position.
Absolutely.
I believe that was the reason, and I believe that the Republicans are as guilty as the Democrats.
Absolutely.
They should have never turned their back on him at that time. That's why I respect Rudy Giuliani, and I think then people like him need to be recognized.
Yes.
Those who run away from him, Joe Heck, Brian Sandoval, Crescent Hardy, and I mentioned just the ones that came to
Paul Ryan, number one.
Well, yeah, I was just mentioning right now what really affected us in Nevada. Those people are becoming a puppet of Brian Sandoval, the rhino governor of Nevada, that take orders from Harry Reid. Every job that Brian Sandoval, and I'm not getting tired of saying that, every job Brian Sandoval ever had, he owes it to Harry Reid.
Yeah.
From the assembly to the attorney general to the federal judge for life, and when Harry ordered him down, he came down and ran for governor. I'm surprised that he is in his second term because he never finished a term.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
And I believe then we need to look at all these things. That's why that's why you got people like Lisa Mayo, Rizzo telling people the Las Vegas Tribune is the paper that nobody read. Well, if they don't read the Las Vegas Tribune, how they know what I wrote? How do they know what the Las Vegas Tribune is saying?
Read it.
And same thing with the radio. They might don't show it at the time of the show being broadcasted because they don't want to give the show the opportunity to have X amount of listening.
Right.
But they go to Facebook, they go to YouTube after that, and they watch it, and they hear what we're saying.
Absolutely.
Because I have people then they know who I was, And they was telling me, oh no, we don't watch it, we don't listen to the show. And that's how I find out that they do it afterwards, because they don't want to give us the audience that we may have.
We're going to get the audience. We're going to get the audience.
You know, and as a matter of fact, I have a guy now that it was supposed to be. I like him. He's my friend. I don't know if I'm his friend or the other way around. I'm his friend. I don't know if he's my friend. But he was supposed to be in the radio show with John Estrada, and when he found out that the show was broadcasted from Radio Tribune, he canceled the appearance, you know, because he doesn't want to come to Radio Tribune station, you know, but that is beside the point, and I don't care. Even if I have one, like I said before, even if I have one person listen to me. You know, when the Binion case was going on, and Sandy Murphy and Rick Tavish were on trial, I was the only newspaper in the country that was taking them as the victims of this system, okay? I never believed that Sandy or Rick have anything to do with the death of Teddy Binion. Teddy Binion, unfortunately, he was a nice guy, a wonderful human being, a very generous man, but he was a junkie. You cannot deny that. And I did tell people many times that they were not guilty. So finally, I got people start listening to me, and I changed many people's mind, and I changed many people's opinion on that trial, because I was putting out fact that nobody else wanted to put out because they were not allowed to. In fact, when I walked in the courthouse one day, and the guy from the Review Journal, I'm not going to mention his name because I don't want him to lose his job, he gave me the 5, and he said, good article this morning, good article, because I was writing on a website, then it was putting the articles every single morning, and then I have the article on the newspaper, and he said, good article in this paper, and I said, well, if it was good, if you agree, why don't you guys write the same thing? He said, we're not allowed to. And so that is how democracy, that is how freedom of information and freedom of speech and freedom of opinion exist in Las Vegas, Nevada, Clark County. You know, you cannot write what you see, what you feel, what you know. You cannot do that. And I believe that is what's happening in the national with Donald Trump now. People don't want to make him the hero that he might be, you know.
I find myself the last week I've had to cut the TV off a few times because I've never in my life living in the United States of America have I been this angry and disappointed. I'm angry at the fact that it's so obvious what is being done, and I'm disappointed at the fact that the American people, I hope they're not this silly to believe this nonsense. I mean, what is so ridiculous? Everybody kept talking about the tape, and I'm thinking to myself, when I hadn't heard the tape, what did he say? Oh my God, like, why would he make such a horrible mistake was my thought, because every channel and everybody was making such a big deal about it. And then I heard the tape, and I said worse than that yesterday. in my room joking with my wife. I mean, you gotta be sick. Any man, and that's what's really making me upset. I can understand these liberal women and the Nancy Pelosi's of the world saying I've never heard things like that. But I'm starting to see men come on TV and say they've never heard anything like that. I don't know what you've been living on where you've never heard a man say he grabbed a woman by her genitals. I hear that daily. I hear that every day coming up in locker rooms, just like Donald Trump said. When men get
outside the locker room too.
When men get together, I don't know a group of 2 or 3 or 4 men that don't get together. And I'm going to tell you something right now, ladies. We say way worse than that. That was a mild tape. I mean, and they're just, their disbelief that kind of language is used, that's insane. If we've gone that far to the left, we are in serious trouble when you can't have a private conversation and joke. I know ladies that use worse language than that to each other.
Yeah, I have a friend that talks worse than that.
It's insane. And I just had to cut the TV off because I couldn't believe it. I said, that's what they're talking about? That's ridiculous. And to see these men come on TV and, I can't support him anymore because of what he said. What about what Bill Clinton did? Donald Trump was just boasting. He has never sexually assaulted anyone. That's just ridiculous. Bill Clinton has numerous times, and his wife attacked and went after the women that he sexually assaulted.
And I tell you, I don't have any idea what or how much they could have paid his executive vice president of the organization for that woman that I don't know how old she is, 80 years old, whatever. She was there for 25 years. And she said she was disgusted. She heard that every single day and there. Well, if you didn't like it, why did you stay? The salary must have been very damn good for you to swallow that pride and eat every single word that man said. Because if I don't like what you said, I just walk away. I don't care how much my money is.
Absolutely. But my dad used to always tell me this: I don't care what you say to me, you show me respect by what you pay me. And Donald Trump obviously paid very well, because that's the number one respect. I thought women, their whole thing was about equal pay for equal work, and Donald Trump pays his employees very well, men or women. So obviously she didn't have a problem with the paycheck. I don't care what he says, but the proof is in the pudding. When he signs his name to that check, he pays his employees. I mean, and he doesn't sexually assault anybody. That was locker room banter. That was 2 men on a bus coming to an outing. Yeah. You sit and you have a drink and you talk about things and you talk about how pretty this woman is. And if I had a chance, I would kiss her. And, she's married. I don't care because I'm a celebrity and I can kiss her. That's what men do. And any man that says you have never said that before, heard that.
And I tell you one thing. I wrote that about 3 weeks ago, something like that. I don't remember. I write so many stuff that I forget what. But I said, he is not a bad-looking guy. It's not my type, but it's not a bad-looking guy. And he got something that is a magnet for women. It is money, ladies. Every single woman like money. And if that is being politically incorrect or whatever, then so be it. But I believe that money talk and BS walk.
Absolutely.
That's the way it is. Okay? I had a lady that none of her daughter's boyfriend was good for her. Well, what did he see in him? He doesn't even have a penny. Well, what are you looking for? You don't want her to be a hooker, but you want her to marry a rich guy? Make up your mind. That's a Cuban-style mother. That's a Cuban-style mother. They don't like their daughter to be called a prostitute, but they want to marry them to money.
Isn't that the same thing?
I have a friend then, my daughter married to a very, very nice guy, very good family. Oh yeah, who is the family? Oh, she give me the name. Well, the guy was the biggest drug distributor in Cuba.
Right.
You know, he was what they call here a drug pin, a pin drug or whatever, a pin king or kingpin.
Yeah.
You know, he was what's his name in Mexico? There is in jail now. What's his?
Not Escobar. Escobar was from.
Well, even Escobar, even Pablo Escobar, that guy was. Oh yeah, I know the family. Yeah, I know him. You know, don't tell me about the family. I know the family. Don't tell me your daughter married a nice family.
He had money.
Yeah, he got money. That's a good family for most women, you know. And Donald Trump has a magnet. He got billions, not millions, billions, you know. And I'm sure that every woman that has been out with Donald Trump can remember the expensive gift, and he looked that type of person. He looked the type of person that he can brag about what he gave you.
I think all of these women are ridiculous. The Bill Cosby accusers, the Tiger Woods accusers, you know, they fly in to these hotels and stay with these guys. And they sit down on the bed and they drink wine with them and they have sexual contact.
You talking about Michael Tyson?
No,
Mike Tyson?
Well, him too. He was seven also, but Bill Cosby. 30 years later, all of his accusers were.
Oh, why did they wait that long? I know every time something like this come out, and you know, let me tell you, people, just for the record, let's go back all the way to the Kennedy family, okay? Where one single woman was shared by the three brothers, okay? Let's talk about Gary Hart and the boat in Miami, in the Miami Sea or Ocean or whatever you call that. You know, let's talk about all that. I'm not even going to mention Billy Clinton. I'm not even going to mention him because he's out of my league. I will never do things that he done, but I will remind you that she was more dangerous than Bill. Bill maybe leave his evidence in the blue dress, but she didn't leave any evidence when she treated those women, and I do believe that she treated those women.
Yes.
You know, what about the 19 people that disappeared? Forget about the 19 people. The last one.
Yeah.
The last one in Washington, D.C., he was going to meet with the Justice Department.
Yeah.
He disappeared. He shows up there, and there's no more talk about the investigation.
Unbelievable.
Isn't that something that should be considered normal?
Absolutely.
It is normal to get the people, the former president meeting in an empty airplane with the Attorney General, and then he's investigating his wife. Is that normal? Oh, it is normal for the Democrats. Yeah, don't let the Republicans do that.
Right.
And the Republicans take it, swallow it, every single thing that Democrats do. You know why? Read the Las Vegas Tribune editorial tomorrow. There's a bunch of gray hair, black suit gangsters with no intention to insult the real gangsters, okay? They are people that have taken over the government. They're sitting over there for 30, 40, and even the other day I find out somebody was there for 52 years. For Christ's sake, 52 years collecting money. And you don't think that person has the opportunity to create an establishment, to create his own cartel?
Yeah. It was wonderful to, you know, you're absolutely right, man. And Rolando, and, you know, I was so glad to see Donald. He stopped one time during that debate and he said, oh, this is fair 1-on-3.
Yeah.
Because it was just ridiculous. I mean, they interrupt him every time he tries to make a point. they have interrupted him both debates. And he said, listen, this isn't fair. You don't interrupt her. It's 1-on-3. He's like, this isn't fair.
Well, that's what my friend Alexander Cohen wrote in the front page article, 3 against 1.
Yes.
You know, that's why I love to get her to write those national, because first of all, she's known outside Nevada. She's respected. You know, she's involved in politics, and she gave me the opportunity to put her byline in my little newspaper. I take it anytime, because like she said, that was the 3 against 1.
Yes.
Why can they find a moderator that can be fair? Why can they do that?
It's unreal. It's ridiculous.
And you know what bothers me? The people take it.
Yes.
The people don't complain. And if they complain in the dining room or in the living room of their house, but they don't go out in the street and complain.
But you know, this doesn't shock me. I was waiting for this to happen. I've been waiting for months for this to happen, because you are a lot like Donald Trump, and anyone that I know that tells the truth, anyone that I know that wants real change, the establishment shuts them down and tries to keep them quiet. Now we're seeing Republicans, like you said, and it's not Democrats are doing what they're supposed to do, but why are Republicans, the nominee who got more votes during any Republican primary in history, and you know how strong of a candidate Donald Trump is? He has gone through all of this liberal attacks for the last 4 or 5 months during this general election. And he's still only a couple of points behind her. That's just how much his people, the people, not the politicians, not the Republican Party, the people want change. When you spend hundreds of millions of dollars, when you've had the moderators against Donald Trump, when you've had 4-to-1 commercials, and he's still only a couple of points behind, the brainwashing the liberals have done on TV, the tapes, everything they've done, this race is still, and they don't want to tell you that, it's still very close. Because what they're trying to do is get the people to stay home. Because I think if the people come out and vote in record numbers like they're going to do for him.
Well, but unfortunately, those gray-hair, black suit gangsters, they know what they're doing. They are expert. The popular vote doesn't count, my friend. It's the electoral vote, and that they control.
That's right.
You know, I will not be surprised, and I'm telling you again and again, if she wins, I close everything and I disappear from the map. I don't want no more radio. I don't want more newspaper. I don't want anything else to do with anything else.
I was thinking about that the other day, and I'm going to do everything in my power to try and keep you on the radio. But if you decide to do what you do, I pray that you give me the opportunity to continue to speak out. And I would, if she wins, I will come on this program and I will bash her every day for the next 4 years. And me, along with you and our friend John, we're going to grow this radio station. It's already big. It's already been around for years. People do listen to this radio station more than you know. And we're just going to grow it. And I would spend every day of the next 4 years bashing dictator Clinton and letting the people know this is who you voted for. Don't cry now. Don't. What are you crying about? You went to the polls and you believed this stuff. You believed her. So you're getting what you voted for.
Where's my producer? Where is the producer?
It's in the kitchen.
I need that piece of paper that I got over there. I like to read a little piece of that editorial that I have. You know, she is fantastic.
She is.
I miss my old Mr. Producer, but I believe that she's fantastic.
Yes, she is.
Just so you know, I'm cooking 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. The end of the editorial said, "Wake up, America. When have you ever got a job from a poor person? When have you got a loan to open a small business or to operate your own business from someone that have not financial resources?
Absolutely.
You know, all these promises that Hillary Clinton told these people. First of all, she's been promising, let's talk about the Mexicans, okay? That's what all American politicians talk. They don't count on the Salvadorian, the Honduras, the Guatemalan, the Costa Rican, the Greeks, the Canadians. No. None of those people are here illegal. And they little tiny mind, the only person that is here illegal is the Mexican. Okay, the only people that commit the crime, and this is what I have told Donald Trump a couple times. The Mexicans are not the only one that commit the crimes. Don't blame all the Mexicans. Of course, every time you see somebody in the paper, they committed a crime, a murder, a rape, it is a Mexican, you know, but whatever the reason is, they are not the only ones they have. And now they go to a restaurant, then welcome Donald Trump to eat the tacos and the enchiladas that they sell there, very expensive by the way, and now they want to boycott the restaurant, you know, because what if he go to eat Chinese food, he don't like to eat Mexican food. And if he don't like the judge because the judge might be unfair to him for his opinion of the Mexicans that are here illegal and are criminals, then he don't like the judge because he is Mexican, you know, and everything that Donald Trump do and anything Donald Trump says,
anything he says, anything is attacked.
Is wrong.
He said the inner cities and African Americans, it is horrible the situation that they're in. We have, it's unbelievable. If he talks about how many people are on food stamps, everything that he says, I mean, nobody wants change. Really, these people don't want change. When you have 100 million Americans on food stamps, that means you don't have to go to work to buy your food. Who wants to change that? When you can sit at home and you get a card on the first of the month and you can go to the store and you can buy food stamps.
I see women going to the store and they live with 3 and 4 bags.
Yes, they don't want to change.
Basket of.
So Donald Trump's going to put them to work. Even if he got them a job, they wouldn't want to go to work. They don't want to work for their food. They want it to come on a card. So who would you vote for? If you were a lazy bum and somebody gave you a card with $300 on it, or somebody said, come in.
200? There's people got more, yeah.
Yeah. Depends on how many kids you've had out of wedlock, Rolando.
Yeah.
And the price just keeps.
And then I know people that are here, the kids are in the El Salvador, and they're collecting food stamp for all those 4 kids that don't belong to her brother.
Unbelievable.
And then if you speak up, you snitch. You snitch because you protect the financial status of this country.
Worse than a snitch, you're a racist. Don't forget that.
Of course. You know, I mean, let's face it.
My taxes are paying for somebody's kids so they can eat free and they're not even here, and I'm a racist.
Don't blame anybody else but the Republican Party. They tell you, do what I said, know what I do.
Yes.
That's all it is, okay?
Unbelievable.
And
Paul Ryan will get his day. He will be voted out, trust me, eventually as Speaker. And he has nobody to blame but himself. That is a spiraling, because I understand, yes, going down the ticket, the Joe Hicks, who I'm horribly disappointed in those people. But he's the leader, he's the Speaker of the House. He's spineless. And the people of Wisconsin, I'm from Illinois, good Midwestern people, your leader is spineless. You don't do that. You telling me, do you see the way they galvanized around Bill Clinton when he was being impeached? And he should have been. He was
impeached.
Lied.
He was impeached.
People.
He wasn't.
Nixon was thrown out of office for lying to the American people. Why wasn't he? You want to know why? Because the Democrats came around and rallied around him. So Donald Trump has a tape on a bus from 11 years ago when he was an entertainer. He was not a politician. He had a TV show. And we're talking about what he said 11 years ago, and you want to say, I pull my support for him talking about a pretty woman, and he wanted to kiss her, and he wanted to grab her. Are you serious? Bill Clinton actually did have sex in the room next to his wife.
And his daughter.
And he's known as one of the, I mean, people talk about him like he's one of the greatest presidents ever, and everything he's done is forgiven. It is unbelievable, the double standard, the hypocrisy. Rolando is absolutely right.
You got highway patrol. You got highway patrols testifying to that. You have Secret Service testifying to how she treat the people in the White House. Now, that's what they wanted. They want to go back to be the slave, and she's going to be the slave master. Because if she was like that when she was the first lady, can you imagine when if she become the president? Even Bill Clinton will get a whip.
Absolutely.
Even Bill Clinton will have to get in his knees and do what she wants. You think she forgot what he did? You think she forgot the embarrassment?
Oh, no.
You know, it's like I told my friend's wife when she said every woman in the world has going through infidelity. Yeah, but the infidelities of most women in this world have been handled inside the house, or maybe at the most in the block where you live. This was an infidelity that was brought in universally, lady. Universally. She cannot say one word to me because it was true.
She won't forget that. She will not forget that when she becomes president. She will not forget that. Man.
The only reason she's still married to him is because she won the White House back. That's what it is. And this is what people don't want to understand. They don't want to put in their head that she is using all of us. She go to Wall Street and said, I am one of you guys. I'm going to do everything in your favor. Then she go to the normal people and said, those people over there, she don't say, I am one of them. No. Those people over there are too greedy. We're going to fix them, and I'm going to put you in charge.
You know, Rudy Giuliani said it best. I love Rudy Giuliani. I really do. He said it so eloquently. Why do you think this man is going through this? For what? I mean, if you're the dumbest American on earth, why is he subjecting himself and his family to this? He doesn't need the money.
No!
He doesn't need the connections. He's taking a pay cut.
It's like
why is he doing this?
It's like he told somebody, I don't know who he told, when they said, well, you invited Hillary Clinton to your wedding. No, I didn't invite her. I told her to be there. And that's what he was. That's the kind of person that he was. Okay? I got a picture of Bill Clinton playing golf with Donald Trump.
Oh, wow.
Okay? I got a picture of Bill Clinton, no, not Bill Clinton, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton embracing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, but he's doing this because he loves his country. He sees the direction. Yeah. This country is in serious trouble. I cannot say it loud enough. I know Rolando's been saying it forever. We are in serious trouble. And if this lady wins this election,
but
I pray for this country.
Chris, let me tell you something. even if it was a little bit of ego, and him running for, who will not want to have the distinguished record of being a president of the greatest country in the universe? You know, who would know what? He got everything else he wanted to. You know, I guarantee you that his toilet is made out of gold in the Trump Tower, you know, because if Steve Wynn has it, gold shower and gold, I don't mean that kind of gold shower. I mean the faucet, you know, of gold. Why not Donald Trump?
I think he's running because he's angry. He's angry at the direction the country's going.
It is.
When you are a businessman, when you are a worldwide mogul, and you deal with the Chinese, and you deal with the Russians, and you deal with the Saudi Arabians, I think when you travel around the world, you see the respect that America's losing. You see the jobs that we're losing. We're not talked about the same. The trade, the regulations are against us and for them. And it's frustrating. I think as an American, he sees his country slipping away. He sees the respect. He hears the backroom chatter. He's there. He has a lot of friends in every.
He hears the locker room talk.
Yes, he hears people talking about us, laughing at our leadership. And when he comes back here, I think he said, "I've got to do something. I have to do something." This man's spending his own money to run for president. He's not getting help. Trust me, the Republican Party is not helping him. He's doing this by himself.
Actually, he is helping the Republican Party, allow them to raise money.
Yes.
You know,
absolutely.
To raise money.
Absolutely. Yes, he's doing this because he loves his country. And to me, it's just amazing. It's amazing that the people of the Republican Party isn't standing behind him more. He does not have to do this. He can live.
And you know, let me explain something. Even though I believe that the Democrats are a little tiny bit more organized than the Republicans. The only reason that the Democrats only have 2 people running for president, it was just because they are a little more organized than the Republicans. But why do we have 18 people running for the presidency of the United States and the Republican Party? Every American would love to be a president of this great nation. Why would they do that? Why don't they pick one? And they did. They did pick one. Not the Republican Party, but the public, the voters, the citizens. They are the most, what would I say, the most disrespectful to all those people that out of 18 people they held Donald Trump responsible for the future of this country. And now they don't want to respect that. Why would they tell us that we have to do it? And if they're not gonna do it, you know?
Well, because I really honestly don't believe that the powers that be, and that is Republicans and Democrats, ever took him serious. And I think by the time they realized that people took him serious and the voters took him serious, they were in a real dilemma. They're in a pickle. And like I said at the beginning of this broadcast, no matter what they've tried to do to him, and they tried to do everything, they have thrown the kitchen sink at him, he's still, Hannity said it so well after the debate, he's still standing. They thought he was done this weekend. They thought that was it, that he would drop out and just walk away.
So
around Hillary Clinton, and he did.
Are these all politicians, all these gray hair, black suit gangsters not going to respect the wishes of the country?
No, they won't. I don't believe they will. They were even talking about that if he did win, they could still, the electoral voters, the college, could still get together and stop him from becoming president. They could still do that because it's not, they have to sign off even after the election.
Oh, that would be a revolution.
That would be a revolution.
That would be a revolution. And if it's not a revolution, then the people of this country deserve what they will get. You know,
what are they far-fetched? Because if we just think back a few months ago, they were trying to block him even though he had surpassed the 1287 needed to become the Republican nominee.
They changed it.
Still talking about, when they went to Cleveland, still talking about having a vote on whether or not they were going to allow him to be the Republican nominee. So
yeah, that's what Ted Cruz said.
Absolutely.
Vote Republican, but don't vote for him.
Absolutely. We haven't had a chance to take a little break and talk about Rolando Ed Julian. Tell us about how important it is to vote for him.
Oh, Ed Julian is in Carson City right now fighting for the people of Nevada by opposing the stadium and opposing more money for cops. You know, just last year, the cops got a raise. Where is this money? They put them in the bank getting interest. Who is enjoying that interest? Right. Okay? The stadium, why do we got 5 very wealthy hotels. From Anderson is the only one that came out with a good chunk of millions of dollars. Yeah. But now they want the public to put $750 million. Why would they do that?
No way.
Why would they do that? You got a Steve Wynn, you got Harris, you got MGM, you got Palms, you got all those hotels.
That's who's going to benefit.
They are going to run this stadium. They're going to, and the guy from the Oakland Rider, you know, maybe the Oakland Rider would be a good thing to have. Any team would be good to have in Las Vegas. But why would the people have to pay for it?
Secretly, I think it's a done deal.
It is. I tell you why it's going to be a done deal. Sandoval is going to go to the special session that we are paying for. Sandoval is going to the special session, and they're going to turn this to the county commissioners. Let the county commissioners handle it. Well, with all my respect to my friend Steve Sisolak, I think Steve Sisolak is in the game with the hotels. There must be something in there for him that he is very interesting that the people of Clark County get nailed for that that interest. You know, I love Steve, but he's wrong. This time he is wrong. I don't believe that it should be.
Yeah, I think it's when the owner doesn't even show up of the Raiders, that's when I knew it was a done deal, because he doesn't have to. He's going to let the politicians here take care of it. He already knows it's signed. It's a document. The stadium's already been designed. I believe it's a done deal. I think they want out of Oakland, and the only thing they needed to do was to just make sure that he had enough politicians here in his back pocket that the vote will go, and it's going to go through. I think it's a done deal already.
Yeah.
He didn't even bother to show up. Mark Davis.
Brian Sandoval is going to, first of all, remember all those county commissioners, they all Democrats. Yeah. Sandoval is a hiding Democrat. So he will not mind whatsoever to put the issue, the matter, or whatever they call that, give it to the county commission to make a decision. And I tell you, the only person that I think would be doing anything good for the people, it would be Chris Giuliani and maybe Larry Brown. Okay, that's the only two candidates. Larry Weekly is a useless human being. And he used to be my friend. He used to be my friend. I thought he was one of us, but he's not. He is the black talking of the county commissioners and the white politicians in Nevada. Excuse me, Larry, but that is the way I feel about you. You are nothing but a disgrace to the black community and to any other minority group and to the American people as a whole. I believe that you're not doing things the right way, that you don't doing things the way should be for a representative of the people. Right. You don't represent the people in your community, in your district, in your ward, whatever you want to call them. You are a disgrace, Larry Weekly. You don't belong in there anymore. And I wish somebody that can be put in there for the better of the community. Right. I believe that we are in trouble, and people, I said that again, it's up to you now. You can save your country or you can let it go down the drains. Right. But you need to do something. Either speak up or shut up and don't get in the way of anybody that wants to do the right thing. Right. Okay? That's all it is.
That's right. And the Republican Party, the head of the Republican Party, everybody's jumping ship and pulling support from Donald Trump. Don't worry, people go to the polls. Your re-elections are coming up, and I'm going to convince my friend here, my mentor, to stay on the air. We're going to stay on the air, and we're going to remember when in a few months you're up for election. And we're going to bash you every day on this channel, because if you cause Donald Trump to lose this election and you pull your support from him and you cause voters to either stay home or vote for dictator Clinton, we're going to remember who you are, Paul Ryan and Dr. Joe Heck. We're going to remember every one of you guys, and we're going to talk about...
And Tracy Hattie, don't forget Tracy Hattie.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't forget Sandoval.
And we're going to talk about you every single day, trust me. So you're going to have to answer to the Radio Tribune, because we're not going to go anywhere, and I'm going to tie Rolando up and make him sit here at this chair every day. And we're going to every day, we're going to bash you on the radio every single day. So with that, God bless America. God bless our troops.
We got 2 minutes to go? 3 minutes to go? Wow, how generous you are. You better than my former producer. He didn't give me a minute. You know, I tell you, he should come back, because we need people like him. We need people like John Estrada. We need people. You know, all we need is 3 or 4 more people that can fill up this all day long, and then on the night time we can rerun the shows and we can alert people. Believe me, we are going to make history. Right. Everybody needs to take their time, breathe hard, forget about the past, and turn the page and become the new station for the Liberation Army of the United States.
And when you're in Las Vegas, where do you get a mailbox at, Rolando?
You get that mailed by Rene. Mailed by Rene. What's the number? You remember?
702-626-0716. $10 a month. Mailed by Rene. You get a wonderful Las Vegas downtown address, and you'll mingle with lawyers and doctors and physicians, and you'll be close to Rolando, our host here. Wonderful. Oh, and don't forget Cian, the wonderful owner of Mailed by Rene. You get to come in there, and she'll offer you some coffee and wonderful candies and pastries. And she's just a great person, and you'll have a fabulous
And don't forget to mention Radio Tribune, because they are the ones that make this show possible. And if they don't hear that you listen to this show, regardless of what Lisa May or Rizzo said, I'm telling you, they will pull the advertising out, and then we will not have a voice.
Yes. 1 minute?
1 minute? Wow, that minute is long. Say goodbye. Say goodbye, Chris. And don't forget, John Estrada is coming next, and he's coming with all the dynamite he can get. He was in the phone this morning talking to people all over the California, Vermont, New Hampshire, everywhere he was. We finished?
Say goodbye.
Okay, goodbye. I wanted to tell people to listen to John Estrada, man.
Oh, that's good, but...
All right, my turn.
See, that's why is
If
the...
you don't mind, I like to put a Donald Trump sign behind me.
Yeah.
So I'll put one from the
Are you
front.
going to be here alone? Or?
Yeah, I'm gonna be here by myself.
Yeah, you got one over there. You got one in that desk.
I need you to sit in
Okay, I got Richard Cabral is gonna be calling
I got
in.
that
He's got a lot of good information, so he's really good. Gun owners. Gun owner, he's
Oh, yeah.
he's connected with the NRA.
I don't think that's going to work. You need to get the other one that doesn't have the iron, the metal.
Oh,
It's in the chair, I believe.
okay.
And then this way you guys could take a break and.
Yeah.
If I run into problems, I'll call you back.
Should I put my signs?
Eh?
Should I put them all over?
No, just put them over here.
I like that.
John,
Tentative up there.
I'll be on a couple of times this week if I can.
Yeah, I like it.
Put them over here.
Yes, fine, tomorrow.
Where's the camera?
Tomorrow?
For sure.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, we got some pretty exciting stuff. You know, we had some really good guests here, and I'm pretty happy with what we got.
Good.
Don't worry about it, because if
let me say
if I
this. Okay,
leave,
let me-
if I leave,
okay.
he's going to take over.
Okay, let me give you good news.
What?
I've got some bad news for you guys and some good news.
Uh-oh.
Okay? The bad news is you're not going to be done if Hillary Clinton is the president.
That's right.
That's only going to give us more fight.
That's right.
Go after it harder.
That's right.
And we're going to be fighting you that much more.
That's
Don't
right.
give the ship. We're going to fight.
No, because nothing, I don't want anything to damage the reputation and the integrity of the name Tribune. I have a criminal record. They can do damage to the name of the Tribune. I'd rather have people that are out.
Well, I don't have a criminal record, so I guess I could talk on that behalf.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go against Hillary Clinton because I've been against the FBI before, and I'm still standing. There was a judge.
Oh, no, I've been in front of the FBI, the federal grand jury. I've been in front of all those things. I took the fifth dimension, the fifth dimension.
Yeah, you went out to the fifth dimension?
I did that in a federal grand jury. I said, I take the fifth dimension. And everybody laughed, and they tell me, they say, get out. I said, "You want me to-"
Hey, look at the time. Watch the time for
Yeah,
me.
we got
No,
time.
watch the time. Okay.
It's 12:57.
Okay.
I'm gonna have my
Thank
phone.
you. Because I just want to get this up for you.
Yeah, just do it as fast as you
Look,
can.
can you see the camera right now? On there?
No, I don't see no camera.
Okay. Let me put the camera up so because I want this to be okay with you.
Okay.
The way, so I want you to see how it is. That's the camera there.
Okay.
Okay. So then I'm gonna get
Yeah,
close.
you could just turn
I gotta
it,
get
yeah,
close.
turn it towards
And- yeah,
towards where
and
I'm,
then-
right there, that's
Is
perfect.
that good?
That's perfect, right there, that's
And then-
excellent.
I'm rigging this real quick right here. I'm gonna do like,
A little bit lower,
well, wait a minute. Okay,
right there would be fine.
I'm doing a couple.
That's perfect, that's good,
There.
that's good.
There's one.
Okay, yeah.
I was gonna do another one.
How to turn the phone on.
I'm gonna do another one right here.
Because Richard's gonna be calling at 1 o'clock, so
Just drink the bottle.
just hit the red button one time.
Red button. Is there a red button on it? What button, Rolanda? So we know.
That phone is the other side.
Oh, so I need to move the mic, or I need to move the phone.
Okay, you got 1 minute, so we
Okay.
gotta get moving.
Yeah, I'm.
If one's good, I mean.
Are you sure?
Yeah, next time we'll be a little bit
I
more
got it
prepared.
set up for two.
Okay, you can fight.
If I can get it
I
like
just
this.
don't want to start late.
All I gotta do is push three buttons.
Excellent, that's
Three
good.
buttons, and
Okay, cool.
we can. I'm good. So there's that. Hopefully it'll stay
Send it out to social media.
there.
about the broadcast, so, a lot of people are gonna know it, and then especially when we record it, then I
Okay.
can send it out again.
Okay, so then I need to change these phones, right? And we got, I'm changing the phones around. There we go, okay?
Okay, I just
That
have
should be
one
good.
caller in.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, how does it look?
It looks good. I can-
Phone already?
No, I changed the phones already, yes.
Yeah, look, this button over here.
They're gonna call in line 2, so it's on this side.
No, it's here.
I can just push that side?
Yeah. You
Okay.
just pick up
Okay, well,